Hi, I'm Plami. In this episode of Radio K, I'm gonna be reacting to a group that I literally just stumbled upon called BAE173, and I'm gonna be reacting to their debut song Crush on You and their most recent song, which is a comeback from like a day ago, called Love You. I'm surprised that I didn't know that this group exists, although when you see their concept, it's not really that much of a surprise because I'm not really into these kinds of groups. Um, I'm not really into the cute boy kind of boy groups, which this group seems to be like. So I'm not sure how much I'm gonna enjoy this, but I'm still willing to give them a chance. And if I enjoy them, that's great. If I don't, that's great. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's start off with their debut song, "Crush on You," in 3, 2, 1. And yeah, I did a little bit of a Google search before doing this video. So apparently they are from a sub-label of the company that owns Daya, which is a group that I kind of like. That's some pretty CGI. Is this still just the intro? It was.
BAE173. Let's get it. Oh my god. 너 같은 여잔 처음인 것 같아. 뭔가 좀 특별해. 이 배치 반짝이는 게 자꾸 궁금하고. Oh my gosh.
Okay, there's much more rapping than I thought there was going to be. So that's a positive for sure. This part is actually a pretty good balance when it comes to singing and rapping, which usually makes for really good songs. Okay, I actually kind of like this. It's much more appealing to me than I thought. I guess you should genuinely never judge a book by its cover. I mean, it's still cutesy stuff, but I'm willing to overlook that for the good song that it is. And this chorus is really good. Man, this group is definitely a fourth generation boy group for sure. Oh, we're definitely reacting to this one a second time. Okay, that was so much more enjoyable than I ever thought it was going to be. For obvious reasons, I was biased against this because I thought it was going to be kind of like a relatively slowish ballad-like kind of love song, most likely, but even though it probably still was, due to the lyrics, but obviously I don't really watch it for the lyrics. I watch it for what the song sounds like. I enjoyed it. It was so much more energetic and fun and entertaining than I thought it was going to be. So, yeah, again, don't judge a book by its cover, I guess. And yeah, I gotta say, I'm really loving what the fourth generation of K-pop seems to be doing with most of the groups, with so many groups being very focused on the dancing and being super energetic and hyperactive when it comes to the dancing. It's a really interesting thing to me. It really makes for really entertaining music videos, even if the song might not be like your favorite thing. You can always be entertained with fourth generation groups, I feel like, you know how some K-pop fans would call older generations like concept kings or whatever. I feel like the second generation is kind of referred to that as that. I feel like the fourth generation's namesake would be something like dancing kings or whatever, because there seems to be a lot of crazy hyperactive dancing that is very entertaining with fourth generation groups. Like, this group feels very much like other groups from this generation, like Treasure. I'm feeling a lot of vibes similar to them, especially with Treasure's most recent song, I think it was, which was out of nowhere much more happy-go-lucky rather than really hard-hitting and rap-heavy. And yeah, talking about rap-heavy, I did not expect this song to have as much rapping as it did. It had a pretty entertaining balance of rapping and singing, and as I've said before, I said earlier, usually the kind of songs that I feel like are the best are the ones that balance the rapping and the singing perfectly. And I feel like this one is actually pretty close to that. It's still not a perfect one, and even if it was, it's still not mind-blowing enough to give it a 10 out of 10, but it's very close to it. And I definitely want to listen to it one more time, because it's such a fun song. So let's go again in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I love how much more funky it is.
Let's get it. Oh my god. 너 같은 여잔 처음인 것 같아.
I still feel like it could be given a little bit of improvement in terms of its catchiness, but I think it's really good overall. I do really like this first half of the chorus. It's the best part of the song by far. And even the second half is fine, but I feel it could have been better than just saying crush on you. I really like this rapper guy. I really like his flow. Oh my god, this first half of the chorus is so good. I'm definitely listening to this song on my free time. guy has a very deep voice. Wish they used him a little more. Yeah, so this group seems to have like 9 members. Oh my god, the chorus is so crazy during the chorus as well. I love the chorus, it's so good. It might honestly make me give this song a 10 out of 10. It's just that good. Okay, so officially this group is on my radar for sure. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on them, and I kind of have an interest to check out their B-sides because I am pretty sure that both this song and the next one are coming with an album. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can expect a reaction to their B-sides very soon. Although, as I've said in my other videos, if you want to see a reaction to the B-side, make sure to comment it down below, because then I would know that there is a demand for a reaction like that. Because I used to do those kind of reactions like last year. I tried to react to every single comeback album that there was, but not only I was unable to because there's just way too many, but a lot of the times when I actually managed to do those reactions, barely anybody will watch them. And I feel like it takes way too much of an effort to do those reactions, and I don't really get that much of a return of investment in terms of views, because an album reaction usually takes from an hour to 2 hours to record, depending on the length of the album, and then add another hour to hour and a half to edit it, upload it, do the thumbnails and everything. It takes a long time, so if the video is not really gonna get at least like 20 views, I don't really feel like putting that much of an effort for it. Like, at least in the case of music videos, it's just one song that I have to listen to, but when there's an album, it's like 5 usually on average. So yeah, if you want to see a reaction to the B-sides, comment down below. But yeah, going back to this song, I love it. I will be listening to it for sure. And in terms of the rating, I'm honestly gonna give it a surprisingly high rating of 9.5 out of 10. I think it's that good of a song. I mean, again, I think the biggest thing that makes me love this song is for sure the chorus and how energetic and hyperactive it is. But even excluding it, it's not a bad song. I feel like it's just gonna be tweaked a little bit to make it a little catchier, because I feel like in comparison to the chorus, it does lose me a little bit, but it's nothing too bad. And again, I did not expect to love this song as much as I do in the first place, so hey, I'm satisfied. I'm honestly satisfied. But yeah, that makes me a little worried for the next song, because now I'm kind of hyped and I'm expecting something really entertaining to me. And usually that means that the next song is not really gonna be as entertaining as the first one. I mean, even my literally last reaction video that I did to Stacy's comeback kind of shows this, because after listening to their debut song, literally just before recording the video, I was super hyped about this new comeback, and the new comeback wasn't as good. That's the simplest way I can say it. So yeah, I'm hoping that their more recent song, Loved You, is going to be better, or at least as good. But again, there's only one way to find out, so without further ado, let's just straight up jump into it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I kind of already vaguely like the setting that it is in. Now only deliver with the song. What the hell? I'm so confused, but I'm kinda intrigued as well. Okay, this is definitely a completely different sound from their last song. Honestly, I kinda like this already. I don't know. It sounds weirdly refreshing. I'm gonna keep any judgment until we get to the chorus though. Honestly, I'm genuinely kind of digging this. This group is so much better than I thought. What the hell? Man, I really hope they get more popular, because they're surprisingly good. Like, their name and the name of their songs is very clickbaity in my opinion. It's not true to who the group is at all. And yes, I know that their group name doesn't mean what I think it means, it just means before anyone else. But when you read it like that and with the name of the songs that they have, you would get a different impression, like I did. And I feel like that works a little bit against them because they're actually surprisingly good. And much more unique than those names would lead you to believe. Also, this is definitely straight up out of K-pop from a decade ago, and I love that. Although it is a little bit of a calmer song, so it's hard for me to decide whether I like it more than the previous song or whether I like the previous song more. Because this one is a little darker and moodier, which I really like. But I feel like the fact that it's not as energetic as the other one makes me like the other one more because of that. I don't know. It just, these two songs have gone for two very different aesthetics that I actually like. And it's hard for me to pick which one I like more. But yeah, I like how different this song is from current K-pop. In two songs, this group has already climbed up my bias list in terms of the groups. I mean, usually I take like 3 songs from a group to officially decide how I feel about them, so I'm still gonna need another one to decide whether I want to add them to my top 10 list of groups, but they're definitely headed up there right now. So yeah, this song went in a very different direction to what I thought it was going to, pretty much similarly to the last one, but again, even in a completely different direction from that song. So yeah, this group is a really, it's a very interesting case. I like not knowing where they're going to go next. It's kind of exciting. So I'm really curious what they're gonna do with their next comeback whenever it happens, because this is literally a comeback that happened like yesterday. It was released yesterday. So yeah, I like how emotional and vaguely sad it feels. It makes for a very memorable song, I would say, but due to the fact that it's also kind of sad-ish, I don't know how much I'm gonna end up listening to, because as I've said other times when I've reacted to sad songs, ever since I started my YouTube channel, I haven't really felt as sad and depressed, and before that it was hell, especially in 2018. And back then I used to listen to a lot of sad and emotional songs, but ever since I started the YouTube channel, I haven't really done that as much. Very rarely do I listen to a sad song, even if I appreciate it when I reacted to it. So even though I think this is a really good song, I don't really know how much I'm gonna end up listening to it. Although maybe I will end up listening to it for the bittersweet feeling that it has, because with the chorus and the way it goes, not only it reminds me of K-pop from like a decade ago, from the early 2010s maybe, around that time, but it has this bittersweet feeling where when I listen to it, I imagine I'm celebrating the end of something. Like, let's say I'm celebrating my graduation from high school, which happened 2 years ago, back before I started my YouTube channel. And I kind of like that feeling, so I might end up listening to it, but there's also a reason why I won't, because the previous song, Crush on You, is definitely a much more easy song to get into and listen to, and you can pretty much listen to it in any situation, whether you're happy, you're just feeling whelmed, or you really are feeling a burst of energy. Like, it's pretty much fitting for every situation, while I feel like this one is a little bit more constricted in terms of that. But it's still a good song, and obviously we're gonna listen to it a second time before my final opinion, so let's go in 3, 2, 1. That's a pretty cool intro. Yeah, I genuinely really love how different they went for this comeback. It's completely different from the previous comeback in terms of visuals, in terms of a song. Because for the last one, they had a very much an SM box styled set. Well, for this one, it's more of an outside based music video. I don't really think there's even like one shot in like a box. So that definitely makes it give off a very different vibe. And I appreciate that. And I feel like it fits more with the kind of song that it is as well. Yeah, I really like this. Yeah, in this case even the verses sound better on second listen.
사랑했다
I guess it makes sense that this song has this kind of a bittersweet feeling, considering it's called Loved You, as if it's implying a breakup. I kind of like this. It's the most interesting love song or breakup song that I've listened to in a long time.
손잡아보자 사랑했다 마지막처럼 사랑했다 영원해지길 바랬었다
I love this part here where there's no instrumental. Honestly, think maybe the song could have been even better if you didn't have the instrumental in there. Because I feel like the instrumental doesn't really add that much. It's not really intended to, but that doesn't change the fact that it doesn't really add much. Also, those modern K-pop visuals don't really go that well with the song, but I also kind of like that. I don't know. I still don't understand what's with this goddamn jaguar or leopard. I don't know. I don't really know all the trivia about big cats. But okay, I don't really have much to add to what I've already said about this song. There's not much to say about it, but I do really like it. And I honestly think pretty much both of them are about the same in terms of how much I like them. I just like them for very different reasons. But I also will give them a slightly different scores. I gave the last one 9.5. I'm honestly gonna give this one a 9.6, which is higher than the previous one, but they are equally the same, to be honest, in my eyes. I don't really feel like either one is better than the other. I just don't really feel like this song is a 9.5. It feels more like a 9.6 kind of song. And these scores, both of them, might be a little bit overrated just because by how surprised I am by how much I like this, because I feel like after I've listened to these songs for a while and I've settled into my opinions about this group, I would probably lay them like one score lower, aka the previous song would probably be like an 8.5 out of 10, while this one 8.6. But I'm still willing to give them like those higher scores at 9.5 and 9.6 because, I mean, I did not expect to like these songs as much as I did. They're really good. So now I'm definitely really excited to see more from their music. And as I said earlier, if you want me to check out their B-sides, comment it down below. But before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So for the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time. And even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful with YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that, I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is for that you will have to get in touch with me in the comments down below to set it up properly, because I haven't really done that, because I assume nobody's really gonna want to do that. But if you're able to do that, I would really appreciate it. But again, this is literally the only way for me out. This is the only way out. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you can't help me out monetarily, then at the very least I think it would be great if you could help out in other ways, like I said earlier, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and all those other stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, I'm just explaining to you my situation and hoping that you can help me out. But yeah, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge support and help get the channel going. It helps support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!